I'm paying for Pretty Boy Fredo's penthouse. Fredo is a compulsive liar. I need to get some lawyers because I didn't know I was signing that. Dear Alfred, hey, this video is for Alfred, or as everyone else knows him, Pretty Boy Fredo. So listen, I wasn't gonna make a video about this until everyone else started. I thought maybe we could just talk about this, Alfred and I, Fredo and I, we could just see. I keep calling him Alfred because I've known him for so long. I've known him since when he started, I've known him since when he started addressing himself as Alfred, because that's what his dad used to call him, you know what I mean? Oh, and you know how he said he's just now meeting his dad? It's a lie. He's been known his dad. Anyways, so Fredo, I wasn't gonna make this video, but you done pushed me to it. You're ignoring me. You're not picking up my calls. You're not texting me back. You're not even responding to my DMs. Back when I was working with you, you were calling me 4-5 times every 3 hours. Like, it wouldn't go from 9 to 12 without me getting 4 or 5 calls and then 12 to 13 texts from you. Oh, but now you don't know what my number looks like? Fredo. So basically, the way I started working with Fredo, I started off as just a thumbnail maker. Fredo found me on Twitter. I had my work posted. I said, hey, if you're a content creator, I make thumbnails, hit me up. I see a message from, it wasn't even from Fredo, it was like from, I thought it was a scam account because it was some user 45663. He said that's the account that he looks at his baby mother's accounts with. Oh. You didn't know he had multiple? So Fredo, he hit me up. She's like, you might not recognize this account. This is Pretty Boy Fredo. This was way back. This was way back in the day. This was like before, you know what I mean, before Fredo started to become irrelevant. So, you know what I mean, this was like right before his peak. This was right before Fredo became Pretty Boy Fredo. So listen, he hit me up, yada yada, boom boom, bing bing, blah blah, boom, pow. He's like, hey, listen, do you want to come together and work with me? It wasn't no payment thing, because you know what I mean, he wasn't that big. Do you want to come work with me? I was like, I'm looking at his analytics. I'm like, man, I done already got a text from DDG asking me the same question. I'm like, eeny, meeny, miny. I had to do the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Because DDG wanted me to work for him too, but I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I thought Fredo was gonna be bigger than Daryl, but for me, now we see what happened. So I'm like, okay, Fredo, yada yada, boom. I start making his thumbnails, you know what I mean? For the fake videos, I start doing thumbnails, making them catchy, whatever, yada boom, bop, bop, boop, pow. Time goes by, you know, Fredo starts getting bigger and bigger, so he starts getting more people to his team. He starts getting other thumbnail makers. You know, he also had me, I was sometimes editing like his shorter videos, like, nah, I mean, just like the laid back vlogs or whatever, feel me, like the ones that didn't need crazy editing. He was like, hey, say Jit, can you just, he wasn't talking about no Jit, but you know what I mean? He was like, hey, can you just edit this video with me for me real quick? I'll pay you when you're done. Because this is when he started getting a little big. So, you know, we came up with a way that, for me, I didn't feel like I was, because at first I'm like, wait a minute, this man's making money off my work? I cannot let that slide. So I'm like, hey, listen, you know what I mean? We've been doing this for a while, but you're making money now, and I mean, I'm doing a whole bunch of work, so come on, you just gotta pay me. So yeah, yada yada boom, we arranged a price. I ain't gonna lie, I was doing it for like, I did Fredo's thumbnails, $30 a thumbnail. So, oh, no, my fault. I did Fredo's thumbnails, $48 a thumbnail. I like picking weird prices just so, you know what I mean. You know, Fredo had the money. This one he was coming up. Fredo was, he was balling, I ain't gonna lie. So, boom. Fredo's paying me. We're going good. We're going good. He starts bringing other people to the team, but he still has me, though. So, it's like, and at this point, this is when he's kind of going big. So, he's asking me, hey, you got an idea for this? He's having me, like, ghostwrite, like, half of his songs. Like, this is when he started beefing with everyone. Like, Fredo had me, like, being a ghostwriter. Fredo had me write, I just stopped working for Fredo, too. when he started to be broke, because now he playing around, he can't afford it, you know what I mean? So I wrote the Coop song, I wrote New Ops, I wrote Ain't Nothing, I wrote the DDG disc. Now listen, I've always been a fan of DDG. So I was like, yo, Fredo, I don't think we should do this. But Fredo starts putting this narrative in me that Daryl was a bad guy. And he was putting that all his fans too. Like, we all thought that DDG was such this bad guy. So I wrote the DDG disc. I didn't really write I wrote the A&P disc, but they changed it a lot. Because this was before, you know, this was back in the beginning of the beef. He's been, like, as soon as Fredo starts beefing with someone, as soon as he starts, he's like, we gotta drop a diss track. Because, like, he doesn't, like, want beef with no one. He just wants these people to revive him. Know what I mean? But, so yeah. At the beginning of the diss with Kyson and he's like, hey, listen, we gotta drop a diss on them. You let me know. So, like, I'm like, boom, boom. I write something up. But he had a lot of people on his team at this point, so they changed it up. So, yeah. So, I'm like, okay. Fredo's paying me, like, $120 a song. So, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm doing his songs, like, I'm making $120 a song. But I'm not making $120 a song. So I'm like, hold on, Fredo. Where the money at? He's like, you know what I mean? We ain't dropped the disses. They're not doing too well. I mean, nah. When he dropped like Coop and the first song, they were doing well. He paid me in total. He paid me like $890 because he was being generous back then. He paid me $890 for the first 3 songs I ever did for him. But yeah, them little numbers. But I was taking it. Then I was doing, like, I did his banner work. I did, you know what I mean? I did a couple thumbnails. I was editing some of his videos. And yeah, but I started realizing, like, okay, Fredo is a really shady guy. Like, he's a really shady guy. Fredo is such a secretive guy and such, like, everything he does is just supposed to be looped around and, like, he just doesn't want no one to know nothing, the truth. Fredo is a compulsive liar. No matter what he says, it has to be a lie. He can't talk without lying. Listen, I'm unboxing the truth now. Fredo, his new apartment, penthouse, he doesn't own it. He does not. He's renting it. He pays $15,550 a month for that apartment, for that penthouse. And guess what the best part about it is? I'm paying for it. I'm paying for Pretty Boy Fredo's penthouse. What? Let me tell y'all what Fredo did to me now. Fredo likes getting people to sign these contracts they can't get out of. Let me tell y'all what he did. Fredo took a piece of paper. I was naive. I was like, ooh, Fredo's paying me good money. I was signing whatever he gave me. He said, sign this. I said, signed. What he did was this. The contract was here. I read it. I'm like, okay, looks decent. It was something about something totally different. But underneath it, he had the real contract, the lease agreement for his penthouse. So he cut out a little thing right here, and that's where he had me sign. I'm paying for Fredo's penthouse for the next 13 years. I cannot get out of this because I signed it. I need to get some lawyers because I didn't know I was signing that. It was something completely different. I think he was having me sign something that was talking about, like, he's going to feed me when I come to his house because, you know, we don't get fed over there. So he's like, you sign this, I'm going to feed you guys, you know what I mean? We all had to sign it, whatever, whoop-de-doo, yada, yada, yada. Boom. I'm looking at my bank statements. I'm like, okay. I see $15,550. I'm like, whoa! Fredo finally paid me. But it ain't no positive sign. It's a negative sign. I'm like, whoa. Fredo ain't paying me. Fredo duped me. I'm calling him. I'm like, ring-a-ding-a-ding. Fredo, where you at, gang? Fredo, what is this right here? Fredo, I think you put the wrong bank account for your penthouse. They charged me. No answer. I'm texting him. I got the messages too. Fredo, And listen, Fredo was going broke. Fredo was down bad before he started like really beefing with DDG and Kai Cenat and them. Fredo was down bad. Fredo was so down bad to the point that my man's had an Android. Not saying, listen, nothing wrong with that. But like the kind of Android he has, it wasn't even like the S32, none like that. He had a pretty old phone. Like Fredo was down bad. Sometimes I feel like maybe the reason he wasn't getting my messages is because his phone was cut off. But like, I'm not even gonna talk about that. So boom, I'm texting Fredo, the messages is green, I'm tolerating it. I don't typically tolerate it. But today I'm tolerating it. I'm like, okay, whatever, yeah, I need my money, I don't care. Fredo's like, listen, I don't have the money. I don't got it right now. Listen, when I got it, I'll give it to you. There's so many people I have to pay. I thought he was lying. I'm seeing all these videos coming out. Fredo owes a lot of people money, guys. You guys don't know this. He's fronting in his videos. Everything Fredo says is a lie. It's a front. It's a bluff. Fredo is broke. Fredo is broke. He's in the negatives right now. His videos aren't doing as well as they used to. All of his money is going to people. He doesn't get a dime. He's taking out loans. Fredo's done. It's over for Pretty Boy Fredo. Now this one right here is gonna shock you guys. This is about his daughter. If you guys don't know, Fredo has about 12 children. Fredo is living like Nick Cannon. He wants to be Fredo's #1 goal. He told me this before he even started blowing up. His goal in this career, in this YouTube entertainment thing, has always been to be exactly like Nick Cannon. He has an obsession with Nick Cannon. On the ceiling above his bed, on the ground, is a picture of Nick Cannon. He sleeps at night and looks up at Nick Cannon. And it's not even like a picture of Nick Cannon looking away. It's a picture of Nick Cannon staring directly at the camera. Fredo has a crush on Nick Cannon. Now listen, Fredo has 12 children. Whenever Nick Cannon has a child, Fredo has a child as well because he just wants to be like Nick. Now listen to this. Fredo has 12 children with 8 different people. 8 different people. 12 children with 8 different people. Fredo is doing big things. But he's just not making big money no more. Fredo can't support the children. This is how Fredo's accounts is working right now. When he uploads a video, which he's actually obligated to do by the court of law, he doesn't do it anymore because he loves it. Fredo wants to go work at McDonald's, if you guys don't know. Fredo has fallen off. He hates YouTube now. He hates uploading videos. Fredo has applied at multiple different fast food restaurants, but they just don't want him. Fredo's fallen off. Now listen. Half of the money that Fredo makes per video, the court has spoken and said half of it goes to people that he owes. None of it's hit my account yet, but I'm not tripping because I know it's gonna get there. All I need is for DDG to keep reacting to his videos and keep beefing with him. Maybe Kai Cenat says his name on stream one more time and puts him in a diss. I'll finally get paid. So if you guys could do that, please do. But listen, the other half of his money goes to child support and court cases. Fredo pays so much money to child support and court. Ava is not Fredo's daughter. She's not. Jasmine and Fredo have no relation. Jasmine is a paid actor. Fredo put Jasmine in a 720 deal as well as a non-disclosure agreement. Jasmine can't speak. Fredo has the key. Fredo owns Jasmine. She works for SSH. Silly, stinking hoodlums. Jasmine really wants to leave, but she can't because Fredo got her like this. She's the only one that Fredo won't let go of. Justice for Jasmine. Fredo, you wrong. Fredo, you wrong. Listen, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I paid for Fredo's apartment for a lot of months. I didn't even know. it just kept coming. I kept texting Fredo, cancel it. Fredo, stop. Fredo owes me $58,000. Pay me, Fredo.